There's nothing quite tasty like a freshly picked apple during the early days of fall. There are hundreds of brands of apple around the world, but they all have one thing in common. They all carry seeds. If I ask you, what is the greatest result that this little apple seed can produce, what would be your answer? While many of us would answer that the greatest result would be another apple, really, the greatest result that an apple seed can produce is the potential of growing another tree. And it's the same thing for us as leaders. We all carry within us the potential of multiplying ourselves. And this is what volunteer empowerment is all about. It's about a leader investing into the life of another that would one day become a faithful and mature Christian. Let me share with you 4 thoughts that can help you to inspire and motivate the volunteers in your church to rise up to the challenge of serving God. One of the greatest challenges we face as pastors is to have people from the congregation involved in the life of the church and to serve in the ministry. I just want to challenge you today to never recruit to a need, but recruit to a vision. You know, often we find ourselves in front of our congregation and pleading for their help and asking them to get involved. And quite frankly, we often look desperate. And that is not inspiring for anybody. So always recruit with a vision. Come with your passion for the ministry, for what you're about to do, and let the volunteer join in. People are most likely to join a cause that they really believe in and they know have really fulfilled a kingdom purpose than just simply filling a spot. As I travel, the number one thing I hear about volunteer management is this. Leaders come to me and say, Carolyn, I just do everything for my volunteers. I call them the day before they have to serve. I prepare them coffee. I prepare their schedule for them. I do everything for them and they don't even show up. It's so frustrating. Maybe having committed volunteers is not about making it easy, but about making it meaningful. Most people that are really convinced to a cause are ready to sacrifice and make the extra mile when they really believe in what they're doing. So you have to explain to them how meaningful is their ministry in the life of the church and how their ministry really make a change into the life of the people they're ministering to. Also, make it rewarding for them. People need to know that what they do really make a difference. And also, make it rewarding for them. Show them the value of commitment. You see, commitment and faithfulness to the vision bring ownership to the ministry. And that ownership to the ministry is what will make the difference between the volunteers and the leader. My third challenge for you is to craft new opportunities for your volunteers. It is so easy for us to simply place volunteers in spot that needs to be filled. But today I invite you to a paradigm shift. Think of your volunteers as all being created by God with very individual giftings and with a special purpose that God wants to use them for. See your volunteers as I invite you to challenge the people in your congregation to simply go and hear from God and to find a place in their heart when they really hear from the Lord of what they should do. Some of the most creative and innovative ministries ever were just started by volunteers, just lay people that heard from God and then inspire others to do the same. My fourth thought is about coaching your volunteer to think creatively. When one of your team members come to you with a problem or difficult situation that they're facing, they will often come to you with an advice, asking them what they should do. Instead of telling them right away exactly what they should do, just ask them that question. What do you think is a very fair and creative solution to that problem? You see, most often our volunteers that come to us with issues already have an idea of how to fix them. So just simply ask them what they should do and then listen to them. Challenging their creative thinking actually help them to be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. It gives them a great sense of value and a sense of ownership towards the ministry. And this is what makes the difference. So go ahead and empower your volunteers and you'll see you will reap the greatest fruit that your leadership can ever produce.